campaign is so close to home.
What We Can Together means to me is more than words can be said.
For me, We Can Together means that we might all have our individual or very specific struggles or issues or things that we're dealing with, but at the end of the day, there's always one person or a handful of people that you can lean on for support and who understand what you're going through more than most. I chose this moment because rehab and the physical process for me was fairly, I don't want to say easy, but it just came naturally, trying to bounce back from everything. What was hardest for me is when I got home and realized that my closet didn't fit the same way that it did before and that it wasn't making me feel good about myself.
What influenced me the most in choosing this particular flashback was the fact that it was one of the lowest times in the 2 years that I was injured, and I was really craving community and friends. So it was kind of a constant battle of, I want to get out and meet the community and see what life in a chair is, and then there was another side of me that just didn't want to have anything to do with it at all.
The reason I chose this flashback is because when I was a little girl, I never had no one that was in a wheelchair that I can look up to or relate. And looking back, it's like, wow, before everybody used to tell me, no, you cannot drive, you cannot be independent, you're always gonna depend on a nurse and your mom. And now it's like, no, I'm still able to live life and do so many amazing things and living my dreams.
What influenced me on choosing this particular flashback was the fact that it was something that was really crucial to what my life would be like. You can either be in a power chair, you could be in a manual chair, and I luckily had someone else there with a voice who directed me and guided me and believed in me more than I believed in myself in the moment. And I don't think I'd be where I am at today without them making that decision for me.
I chose this flashback because at the time I was confused and lost that this was even a thing that could happen. I had no idea that my body was still trying to figure out that it was recently injured. I was dealing with the feeling of my legs wanting to go for a run when I couldn't feel my legs or at the time move my legs, and I thought it was really unfair. What I didn't know about my legs getting that sensation of wanting to go for a run that very first time was that the next day I got feeling back in my legs. And that was exciting to know that this whole journey was something I had no idea about, and I was excited to experience what was going to come next.
I picked my flashback because I remember when I first moved to LA and I had all of these goals of all of these things I wanted to achieve. And I had this vision of what I wanted this dance team and this team in general to be, but I just didn't know how to make it a thing. I wanted people to take us seriously. I wanted companies to take wheelchair dancing seriously, and I didn't know how to make it what I was seeing in my head. Sitting here at the desk and remembering all those feelings that I went through, remembering how much fire I had within me, but also how I was just so alone in my apartment, and I didn't really know anybody here in Los Angeles. I knew I wanted friends, and I kind of left my comfort zone in Monterey and moved to Los Angeles by myself, and I didn't feel like I had the support that I needed.
When my legs first gave me that sensation of wanting to go for a run, my mom was sitting there waiting for me to have a meltdown because I hadn't been angry about my injury yet. I was in high hopes. I knew that I was going to still be independent. I knew I was going to be okay no matter what happened, and my mom knew that a meltdown was going to happen regardless, and she was there ready, and it helped.
I feel so blessed to have had my aunt there in the beginning of my injury, and still currently. I'm still learning a lot from her, but she was the main reason why I am in a manual wheelchair. She believed in me and encouraged me to push down those hallways. Even when my blood pressure was dropping and when I didn't feel like doing it, she was around, and she gave me that I can feeling that I feel like is so crucial when you first get injured. Support is so important. I feel like I had the best team.
There are many people that helped me get through this experience, like Chelsea, the dance team, and my family, but deep down, I needed to help myself, because as much as I wanted to, Chelsea wasn't gonna help me come to my house and get me out of bed. Neither was the dance team, neither was my family. I needed to do it myself.
You know, obviously my family has been the biggest support I could ever want, but transitioning to being a little girl into being a young woman, and then having this dream that has never been done before, I felt like I had all this weight on my shoulders, because I was like, this can be something, the team can be, you know, it can be this big thing, and it wasn't at the time, and I just had these big goals, and it was just so much weight on my shoulders to have the girls trust me and believe in me and give me their time when the dance team and this vision was such a small thing. And being in my apartment alone, I didn't really have anybody. Just to see where I was 5 years ago to where we are today as a team, and we have this whole company, and we have all these people that are believing in us and helping us make this vision come to life, is just like, makes me just so emotional, because it's coming true.
The We Can Together campaign, it resonates so well in our Rolettes community, and I think other individuals can use it as well. Just doing something as simple as like raising your voice and speaking up on social media, or if it's just in your own circle of friends. If you speak up and you have something that you want to work on, or you want to change, or if you're just looking for something in your life, if you raise your voice and talk about that, I think you're going to find that support group, and you're going to find the person that you need to lean on most.
This campaign means for the Rolettes and the Rolettes community is that there's power in numbers, and you don't have to go through life being in a chair and being alone.
This campaign means that together we can accomplish all of our goals as a whole and as individuals. And for the community, we want it to mean that you're going to go out there and chase your passions no matter what comes in your way.
No matter how long it takes you to do something, no matter how long it takes you to push down that hallway, to pick up a French fry, to get dressed, you can do it. No matter how long it takes you to do it, time is not the most important thing. It's how you feel at the end of it.
Sometimes all it takes is that one moment to decide that you want things to be different.
With all the sisterhood that I have, I'm more confident in myself. So for sure, I definitely feel that all together we can bring the best of each other.
With this campaign, We Can Together, it just really puts everything into perspective, that we are so lucky, and that no, we cannot do this on our own, and there's power in numbers, and there's power in people getting behind and rallying behind people, because without this team, this vision wouldn't come to life, and without each other, we wouldn't be where we are today. And that's why this campaign is so powerful, and I want people to watch this video and think, wow, because of my mom, wow, because of my dad, wow, because of my cousins, my friends, I was able to do this, I was able to do that. And that's why this campaign is so important.